Taj Bradley optioned to Triple-A. What's next for the Rays pitcher? A promising young pitcher's sudden demotion after one disastrous inning raises urgent questions about the Rays' pitching strategy just days before the trade deadline. Taj Bradley was optioned to Triple-A Durham following a crushing performance against the White Sox on Thursday night, as reported by Mark Topkin of the Tampa Bay Times. The Rays will confirm the move and announce a corresponding roster decision Friday, with long reliever Joe Boyle poised to take Bradley's rotation spot after his impressive 3-inning, 1-run relief outing in that same game. Bradley's nightmare outing saw him surrender 4 runs in just 1.2 innings, walking 3 batters and giving up 4 hits. This meltdown erased Tampa Bay's early 4-run lead built in the first inning. Though the Rays briefly reclaimed the advantage, setup pitcher Kevin Kelly's 8th-inning collapse handed the league-worst White Sox an 11-9 victory, adding injury to insult for Tampa Bay fans. This disastrous start ballooned Bradley's season ERA to 4.61 across 111.1 innings. The 24-year-old right-hander's underlying metrics reveal concerning trends: a slightly below-average 20.2% strikeout rate, alongside a troubling 9.3% walk rate. But here's where it gets controversial. This demotion comes despite Bradley delivering 2 of his best performances right before this collapse. He'd shut out the Orioles for 6 innings immediately after the All-Star break and allowed just 1 run over 6 innings against Boston before that. Bradley had been a fixture in manager Kevin Cash's rotation all season, making this his first minor league assignment since 2023 ended. His replacement Boyle, acquired in the Jeffrey Springs trade, brings elite velocity but a history of severe control issues. Yet this season hints at a remarkable turnaround. Boyle has dominated MLB hitters with a sparkling 1.42 ERA in 19 innings, while dramatically reducing his Triple-A walk rate to 10.8%. Still above average, but miles better than his previous 17 to 20% figures. His 33% Triple-A strikeout rate suggests untapped potential. The timing of Bradley's demotion 1 week before the trade deadline sparks intense debate. Multiple reports confirm Tampa Bay has quietly shopped the former top prospect, despite his 4 years remaining club control before arbitration even begins. This forces fans to confront difficult questions. Is trading a controllable young arm like Bradley worth the risk? Or should the Rays keep developing him despite this setback? Share your take in the comments. Do you see this as a strategic showcase for trades or a developmental reset? Taj Bradley's journey from struggles to redemption in Triple-A. A bold move has been made by the Rays, sending starter Taj Bradley down to Triple-A Durham. But here's where it gets controversial. The decision comes after a rough outing against the White Sox, where Bradley's performance set the tone for an 11-9 defeat. Every game matters, especially with the trade deadline looming, and the Rays are taking no chances. Bradley's struggles have been a concern for some time. Despite a 4-run lead in first inning, he quickly allowed the White Sox to tie the game. His second shortest start ever saw him give up 4 hits, issue 3 walks, and record no strikeouts, a worrying trend. The Rays have seen enough. With 5 losses this season after leading by 4 runs or more, it's time for Bradley to reset and refine his skills. It's a tough decision, but we feel it's best for him to get some work in the minors, manager Kevin Cash explained. He needs to focus on his splitter, which has been a key pitch for him in the past. Bradley's reliance on just 2 pitches, the 4-seam fastball and cutter, has become a cause for concern. His splitter usage has declined significantly, from 22.5% in April to a mere 6.8% in July. I know I need to bring back that 3rd pitch to get back to my best, Bradley acknowledged. The Rays believe that with some time and space, Bradley can regain his form. They'll provide him with the support of pitching coaches Brian Weith and Kyle Snyder to help him refine his arsenal. It's about creating an environment where he can work on his craft rather than constantly competing, Cash added. We need Taj Bradley at his best, and we're committed to getting him there. Despite the demotion, Bradley is staying positive. It's a chance to take a breath and work on some things, he said. I'm grateful for the opportunity to reset and come back stronger. As for who will replace Bradley in the rotation, the Rays are keeping their options open. Joe Boyle, a hard-throwing right-hander, is the leading candidate. The Rays' recent form has been inconsistent, with a 3-3 homestand against last-place teams and a record of 7-15 since June 27th. They currently sit 7.5 games behind the AL East leading Blue Jays and 1.5 games out of the final AL wildcard spot. We need to find consistency and start winning series, Cash emphasized. And this is the part most people miss. The Rays' decision to send Bradley down could be a turning point. Will it pay off, or will it be a controversial move that backfires? What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Taj Bradley struggles. Rays option pitcher to Triple-A Durham. In a surprising move that's sure to stir up some debate, the Tampa Bay Rays have decided to send Taj Bradley down to Triple-A Durham. This decision came after Bradley's shaky performance against the Chicago White Sox on Wednesday night, where he squandered a comfortable 4-0 lead by giving up 4 runs in the second inning, ultimately leading to an 11-9 defeat for the Rays in Tampa, Florida. Bradley's outing was marked by 4 runs, 4 hits, and 3 walks in that fateful inning alone. Bradley, once a highly touted pitching prospect, didn't influence the game's outcome, leaving his seasonal record at a 500 win-loss split, 6-6, and his ERA climbing to 4.61. The 24-year-old has been a roller coaster of inconsistency, showing flashes of brilliance with just 1 run allowed in his last 2 starts, but also faltering with at least 5 runs conceded in 4 of his previous 6 outings. Rays manager Kevin Cash didn't mince words when addressing the media post-game, calling it a tough decision but emphasizing the need for Bradley to refine his skills in a less pressurized environment. It's probably a better setting for him to work on his craft in Triple-A, rather than being in the spotlight where every pitch matters, Cash explained. But make no mistake, Taj Bradley is crucial to our success, and we're committed to helping him return to his peak form. Cash praised Bradley's professional attitude towards the demotion and outlined the plan for him to hone his secondary pitches, specifically his changeup and slider, while in Durham. I had a candid chat with him, highlighting the highs and the lows, Cash shared. Inconsistency is a challenge at any point in the season, but especially critical given our current standings. The Rays have been struggling recently, holding a 5-10 win-loss record, 53-50. And sitting in 4th place in the AL East. Amidst these challenges, Bradley's name has surfaced in trade rumors ahead of the July 31 deadline. The team has the flexibility to move at least 1 starter, and Bradley, who won't hit free agency until after the 2029 season, is seen as the most likely candidate to be traded, given his team control status. But here's where it gets controversial. Is demoting Bradley the right move for his development, or could it impact his trade value? And this is the part most people miss. The Rays' decision could have far-reaching implications for their playoff aspirations and Bradley's future in the majors. What do you think? Do you agree with the Rays' strategy, or do you believe they should have handled this differently? Share your thoughts in the comments below.